So in the last video I reviewed the Skoda Scala facelift and I said that it was an underrated car. The question is though, can this car, the Skoda Kamiq facelift, on which is loosely based on the Scala, fare any better than the Scala? Well, let's find out. Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Cars and More. This is the #1 place to be for car news and reviews. Sit back, buckle up, let's go. So, let's start with the styling at the front, and just like the Scala facelift, Skoda have given their car a more rounded look, rather than just giving it straight lines like before. We get a bigger grille with more curves than before, giving it a more interesting look. We also get a new design to the lower central air vent, and we get some bigger side vents too. The headlights are also slightly different, having a more curvier and bigger unit than before. There is also a more curve to the bumper too. To finish the Skoda SUV off, we get the usual split LED daytime running lights from the headlights like any other Skoda SUV. This makes this car truly unique. Moving round to the side, and we get a sense of premiumness to it. Unlike other crossovers in this class, we don't get any matte black plastic cladding, giving this car a more premium look, like what you would find on an expensive BMW or Audi. This is a good thing in my opinion. We also get some chrome too, and a few sharp creases to finish off the interesting look. There is also new colour and wheel options too for the facelift. Moving around to the back, and we get a very similar design to the pre-facelift model, but it has been tweaked to make it look more modern. To start with, we get the new Skoda lettering, and we also get a new set of tail lights, just like what the Scala has with its hidden boot lid trick. We also get a new bumper which has bigger reflectors on it than before, and they also have a better style to them. We also get some matte black plastic trim, but it has been shaped in a way to look premium and sporty, which I do quite like. Overall then, I do think this is a sporty and new but premium design. The question is though, are the engines any good? Well, let's have a look and see what engine options you can have with the new Skoda Kamiq facelift. So, there is no surprise that the Skoda Kamiq and Scala share the exact same engine options. This means there is 3 engine options and 3 gearbox options, and all of them are petrol. So, the first engine is a 1 litre petrol engine with 91 brake horsepower, and this can do 0 to 62 in 11 seconds. The power goes through a 5-speed manual gearbox only though. The next engine is the same engine, but power has been increased to 110 brake horsepower. This reduces the 0 to 62 time down to 9.7 seconds, and this can be had with a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed DSG gearbox. Finally, the last engine is a 1.5 litre petrol engine with 146 brake horsepower. 0 to 62 is reduced down to 8.3 seconds, and again power is sent for a 6-speed manual or 7-speed automatic DSG gearbox. The price of the new Skoda Kamiq facelift starts at £24,030. Let's have a look at the interior. So, climbing inside, and to be honest, you won't notice many big changes over the pre-facelift model, but there are a few to talk about, just like the Scala facelift. Throughout the whole range, you now get a digital instrument cluster as standard. USB ports have also been upgraded to USB-Cs too, and there is now also one USB-C port mounted near the rear view mirror for a dash cam, so you don't have to mount cables everywhere, which is a nice idea. You also get gesture control for the infotainment system too. This infotainment system is great and simple to use, and we also get physical climate control buttons too. Again, these are very easy to see and use. We do get a few more physical buttons down below on the centre console, and there is also some new materials inside, and the front seats are very comfy and premium feeling. Personally, it's even better than the Volkswagen seats if you ask me. Also, because this is the Monte Carlo edition, you get sports bucket seats and a sportier 3-spoke steering wheel. You also get a manual handbrake too. Finally, the passenger seat also has ISOFIX points. Let's have a look at the rear seats. So, getting into the back of the seats, and legroom and headroom is on par with its rivals for a 6-footer. It is quite comfortable in the back too, and we also get some interesting designs on the door cards as well as an armrest, some air vents and USB-C ports. Mainly, this is where kids will be, and for getting a child seat in the back, it is very easy to do as the door opening is quite wide, and the ISOFIX points are easy to find too. Sitting 3 people in the back will be okay, but because of the big hump in the floor, the foot area will be a bit of a squeeze. That might be why there is a storage thing in place, but this can be removed. Let's have a look at the boot. So, the boot in the Skoda Scala facelift was class leading. Can the Skoda Kamiq facelift do just as well? Not quite. Now, it does have 400 litres of space with the seats up, which is pretty good, and is better than the Mocha and Peugeot 2008, but there are rivals which have a bigger boot, like the Nissan Duke for example. With the seats down, however, it does increase to 1,395 litres of boot space, which isn't bad for a small family crossover. So, in summary then, what do I think of the new Skoda Kamiq facelift? Well, the design is definitely better than before, and the interior is better than its rivals. Practicality is okay for a small family, but if you do want more space, then you may have to go for the bigger Skoda Kamiq, or even go for another brand, which is a shame really. But then you can also look at the Skoda Scala, which is a superb car. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.